Hey guys, I'm Willbender, and today I'm going to be doing a video on a subject that I've been wanting to cover for quite a while now, and that's of the subject of farm castles. Now, I do want to go over a quick disclaimer here. Farm castles are totally legal from the Terms of Service by Elix. It's only when you introduce automatic sending bot farmers, like stuff that runs on a script, that is when it goes into the illegal territory. What I'm going to be showing you guys is how to operate your manual farms, where you yourself are controlling your castles, your farm castles, and then plundering them daily. This is totally an okay thing by Elix Terms of Service, so don't think I'm steering you in the wrong direction. Now, as you've read in the description, I'm going to be showing you guys how to get just a little bit over 1 million Mithril per day with these tactics. Now, the number of farms that you're going to need, ideally, is 7 farm castles. You're free to do any more or any less than that, but it's what I like to juggle, and I'll actually show you guys mine right here. I'm logging into my best one, which is a castle level 22. You see all my will farmers here are lined up in our farm alliance, and they are ready to start going through all of the mithril mines or the iron mines. We're focusing on mithril because that's like the really big thing you really want. But you can see how smoothly they're all set up here, and they're all ready to go and plunder things. So let's just go over some basic ideas of how to set up your farm castle, what stats you want to prioritize, and then I'm going to take you through the life of Willbender as he goes through each and every one of his farm castles. So first of all, if we're adding other accounts to our phone here, you want to go over to your portrait at the top left, click on that. You want to click on the gear at the bottom right, and then at the very top left there you see account. Switching accounts is how you're going to go in between your different farm castles. So I'm going to hit that middle button there. Now this is the biggie right here. You have Facebook accounts and Google accounts. I am going to tell my viewers that I think that they would rather want to use Google. The reason for that is because I've seen a lot of glitchy natures coming out of Facebook. A good friend of mine, Money Malone, who used to do the same thing as me, he used all Facebook accounts. It takes a lot longer to log into them, and sometimes it thinks that it's a little bit suspicious when you keep going really quickly, so you have to jump through quite a few hoops. I'm not sure if they fixed that, but this was as about 5 months ago-ish. So I am just going to say use a Google account, very simple, make an email, use that email to log in when you're doing this, and it'll prompt you to do a whole new game on that account, and then that castle will be bound to it. Just make sure you send it to your kingdom. So there's that. And if I were to click on that, you'd see all of my castles, including my main and my 7 farm castles, and that's how you'd rotate in. I'm not going to show that for obvious reasons, but you guys get the picture. So 7 farm castles. Usually you want to use Google Play, and I would really recommend that. So let's go into the ideals of what we really want to be covering here. First of all, the ideal castle level is 22. You'll see that I'm logged into my best one right now, and I'm in the process of getting all the rest of mine up to 22. But even as 21s, I'm still getting over 1 million Mithril per day collectively. It's not in there's not 1 million Mithril inside Will Farmer 1. There's not 1 million inside of there. But collectively, from all 7 of these, I can gather over 1 million Mithril just with level 21s. Level 22 is going to go even higher. But why do we want to make a level 22 castle? Like, why is that the most ideal castle? The answer is simple, actually. The college, we're going to go over here into our college. The resource tab over here, you can max out Mithril refining, which is increase the gathering speed of Mithril, to the max levels. That's a 28% increased speed. Now, obviously, you want to get all the other stuff done too, just in case you want to get iron or something like that. So you have right here the mining cart that increases mining gathering speed. You have the whipsaw, which is the gathering of wood. And if you really want to do food, then animal plow is there as well. But to max out at least the first tier here, you do need a castle level 22 and a college level 22. So that's why I say get that as best as possible. Obviously work with what you have. 22 is the best though. You'll also notice that along with my castle being level 22, my college being level 22, you see that my plot farms over here are also level 22 with the exception of food because it's not that important. But all of my mithril mines are 22, all of my iron mines are 22, and my sawmills are 22. That's really important. The income in here is actually pretty decent once you get it up to that height. The last thing you really want to get up to 22 is your drill grounds, because the bulk of our farming is going to be in our super mines. You can make extra troops to send out to little small plots, but really this is a super mine type strategy. So to get the numbers as high as possible is what we really want. And I believe with the Castle 22, everything being normal and the drill ground up to 22, you can have 73,000 troops in one march. An optional thing you can get to 22 is your wishing well. And you'll see why I say that a little later on when I go over my routine. So we've covered all the ideal levels. Let's go to the sciences again. And I want to show you guys what to focus on in the colleges if you want to get to this over 1 million mithril per day. You've already seen in the resource tab over here, you want to make sure you're maxing out, if we're working on mithril, your mithril refining. You need to get that all the way up, or at least as high as possible. The other science we want to focus on is right next to it. It's called City Development. You really want to work on the supply cart, and that increases your troop load. What that means is it means whatever troop you send into your super mine, it will be able to grab more resources because the troop load is higher. The higher the troop load, the more resources it can handle and bring back in. So I have the first tier maxed out, and I have the second tier maxed out to as far as it can go, which is the second tier is only 10 out of 15. If I want to go higher, I have to get a higher castle up. I'm not worrying about that. I am going to keep my college and my castle at level 22 and focus on other things. So those are your sciences. Those are the two things you really want to focus on. The rest, pretty much irrelevant. This is only farming. We're not trying to kill anybody. So those are your sciences. Let's look at the dragon glass. Now the dragon glass is only of slight importance, but the main thing you want to make sure is that you're using the level 1 glass, and you want to make sure you purify to get the gathering speed for all resources. That's the biggie. If you go over to your tavern, hit on dragon glass, go to blue, tap on that, purification, exclamation point, you see all the possibilities. Now income's cool, and even the mithril gathering speed is nice. It can go between 5 and 9%. But the gathering speed for all resources gives you that versatility in case you want to get more iron, or maybe you really just need a lot of wood. This just allows you to not have to try and purify for something else. So try and get as high as you can. 10%, as you can see here, is the highest. I only have, what is it, I only have about 5.17%. I haven't tried that hard, but every day you can get a new purification, and make sure you lock it in if you haven't gotten it yet, and try and get a higher percentage. So that's your dragon glass. Let's look at your dragon word. Again, these are just level 22 farm castles. You're not going to be on these all day long. You're not going to be trying to grind stuff all day long. So the best options I'm going to be giving you is purely based upon time versus effort. Are there better ones than what I'm about to show you? Absolutely. But this is a really nice one. So in your second tier here, you have one of the first ancients that come up. I believe it is the first ancient, called Granting Power. Granting Power increases all of your resource gathering by 15%, which is amazing. Troop training speed, we're not worried about that. But the Lord Skills CD by 5% is a huge, huge advantage when you're using my method. So, for example, if we really want to go over something really quick, if there is a Lord skill that you use that has a 24-hour cooldown, this will turn it into a 23.5-hour cooldown. So if I did something at, say, 8 p.m. today, by 7:30 a.m. tomorrow, I could use it again. And that's actually really nice for my strategy. So that's why I really suggest this one above all else. So that's your dragon word. Let's go over your Lord talents really quick. If we go to your Lord, into your spell book, you'll see that in the combat, I'm going to adjust my leg here, it's falling asleep a little bit. So in the combat tab, I have 11 points allocated. The first one here is for troop load. That is really helpful. That helps a lot. The infantry doesn't really matter. We're only trying to get to this last one, which is this is the immediate return. Works like any of them on your normal castle. Within 3 seconds, it'll send all your troops back home. For time efficiency, that's why I go with this one. But that's all you need in combat. The rest of them is going to be completely in development. And as you can see, these first two don't matter too much. It's when you start getting down to the income and the gathering speed that you really start seeing a difference. Now, unfortunately, you're not the only way you can get down to Mithril is if you get way down here, and that's getting very close to the Lord level 35, 36 area. So unless you're really working hard, you're not going to quite get there. So what I do is I go all the way down the wood train over here, and then I get this talent, which is huge to my method. This is an insane gathering. It's an active skill. Gathering speed will increase 100% after using it. It lasts for 2 hours. You'll see why it's important later on. Obviously, for obvious reasons, you can kind of already tell that it's important. But once I get that talent, I actually go right back up here, and I start working on iron income, and iron gathering speed. Because like I said, these down here don't matter that much unless you're still in the development stage and you really want to get stuff upgraded, sciences upgraded. I'm not in that stage anymore. So I'm just doubling back and getting as many resources as I possibly can. One thing I will go over really quick is that there aren't too many pieces of gear that gives pure gathering speed. There are income increases for like gear, but gear is a little slim pickings when it comes to this. So what I choose to focus on is troop load. You'll see that my military boots has double troop load there. My chest has double troop load there. My pants has 1 troop load, and so on and so forth. Helm, ring, weapon doesn't really have too much to offer me, but in all honesty, with my method, I'm only focusing on the most important things. I don't really have to worry too hard on equipment here. And I will give one more disclaimer before we go into the routine. Your hero position, you'll see I have them all blank. Why is that? I have a resource officer I could place someone in. Well, if I were to go ahead and place my only hero, which is Bernard, I want you guys to look at that right now. If I were to change that in there, the resource protection goes up. I don't want any of my resources to be protected. This is a plundering castle. I want my main to plunder these. I don't want them to stay safe. So with that said, it would be tedious for me to go and put my hero in there when I'm about to log out, pull him out so that there's no resource protection. If you would like to, have fun. Go with it. Make sure you deck out your hero here with income increases, troop load increases. If you have the ability to get some gathering speed, go ahead and do that. But for me, it's not worth it, and my method works just fine without it. So before people flame me in the comments, why don't you have that? That's my only reason. Okay, I've talked long enough on how to set up your farm castle. Now I'm going to take you through a day in the life of what I do to make this all successful. So let's just say I logged in. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and repair my walls because they have been attacked quite a bit. Then from there, we're going to go over to your traveling merchant. Okay, click on him or her. Right now we're in the middle of an event, so you're not going to maybe see all these, but I'm just going to show you the ones that I normally go after. So I don't see anything here that I want to do. I'm going to hit free. Now this is a big one right here. If you see gathering bonus, grab that up. It's part of the whole plan. Grab that. And I don't see anything else. Actually, no, I don't see anything else I really want. I'm going to keep on clicking. All right, now I do see something I want. You see this right here? I can trade 40k wood for 6k iron. That's great. Iron and mithril are huge bonuses. These are all unprotected resources. You want to snatch them up every single time. Do it every time. Hit the free again. Again, now we have mithril. Now this is, I'm glad that this came up. Look at this. I can trade 220k food for 200k wood, and then I can trade 60k wood for 6.2k mithril. I'm really happy this came up right here. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do first. I'm going to take the mithril first. I'm going to switch that in. Why am I doing that? Well, because now I'm going to trade in food to get that wood right back. And that is 200k more plunderable wood that I have now added. If I did it the other way around, I would have taken the resources that I just got and applied that to the mithril. So I would have been losing resources. Always do your non-wood purchases and then do your wood purchases. It's great. I don't normally pay 5 gold for this, but let's see if we can't get another combination. And I don't see anything else in here. Some of the other things that I do buy, though, are the wishes for the wishing well, because that's where we're going to next. So make sure that you grab those as well. So gathering bonuses, wishing well wishes, and plunderable resources. Those are your 3 things you want to get from your traveling merchant. Now we're going to go on over to our wishing well, which is max level. And I usually just do all mithril. I'm just going to knock it all out. Tons of mithril, tons of mithril, tons of mithril. There we go. Okay. After that, I go down here and I click on all my resource plots. Now question, Why am I doing the resource plots last? Well, because look at this wood here. I'm going to click all that wood. 28.6 million I have right now. 28.7 million now. If I would have did that and then went over here to purchase things with wood, that wood just went out the door. Make sure you gather your resources last from your plots, okay? Now, the last thing you want to do, and actually I did skip something important, I believe. I'm sorry, yeah. In your talent, which you're going to get naturally, you're going to get something called Bumper Harvest. It's an active skill. Makes it so all of your resource plots immediately yield 5 hours of income. That's the last thing you're going to do before you start sending them out. So I'm going to go into my spell book, hit the Bumper Harvest, watch all my numbers go up. Boom. More resources. You're going to do that twice a day. Okay? Now I'm going to go over here, click on my mine, 106k Mithril from this gathering post. I'm going to send that on in. For the purpose of this thing, I'm going to speed it up a little bit so you guys can kind of see what I'm looking at. Send it in, send it in, send it in. And we're looking at 1 day's worth of gathering. Now, trust me when I say this, it's going to go a lot quicker than that. Because at this point, I would have either have hit my insane gathering, or I would have hit one of my other gathering skills down here, which is the gathering bonus. Okay? If this is me logging in for the first day at 8 p.m. when the servers go reset, then I've used this to bring back my troops, and they've already given me Mithril, and I'm sending them back in. So then the gathering points over here will actually have been reduced. This is just raw, untainted gathering speed. Trust me, it would look more closely to 16 hours rather than 1 day right now because I'm kind of out of sync. But that is all that I do in my farms. After that, I click on here, go to my account, switch account, go to my account info, go to the next one, rinse and repeat the whole process. Now, here is the kicker. You're going to have to log in to your farms twice a day. So let's say if I logged in at 8 p.m. and I did this whole routine, takes about 25 minutes or so, then I'm just going to let it sit. When I wake up the next morning, when I go to work and such, what I'm going to do is I'm going to either hit my insane gathering or my gathering bonus to give me an extra boost from those mines. Sometimes they will completely pull whatever's left in the resource. So actually, if there's about 5 hours left inside of that mine and you hit this or the insane gathering, it will actually complete the whole 5 hours in an instant and start sending your troops back instantaneously. If they don't send back instantaneously, then go ahead and hit your immediate return so that you can take whatever resources that you have in there. Once they come back, send them right back in. Okay? This is your second time that you've logged into your farm. And then at the end of the day, when server reset happens again, rinse and repeat the process. Send all of your troops into the mine. That way they're empty so that your main castle can shoot them. That was a lot to go over, guys, and if there's any confusing parts, let me know in the comments below. I'll be happy to clear it up. But basically, the whole idea is, just to recap one more time, you log into your account, you go and repair your walls first. Traveling merchant, you're going to get wishes, you're going to get gathering bonuses, and plunderable resources. Then you're going to go over to your wishing well, wish for whatever you want. I do Mithril. Then go down here to your resource plots, clear those all out. Then you're going to hit Bumper Harvest. Go into the world. Hit one of your gathering bonuses. Watch them come back for the mine. Send them right back to the mine. Rinse and repeat times 6. I guarantee you, if you follow this strategy, you will have over 1 million Mithril per day that is plunderable from your castles. So again, if there are any questions, please send them to me. I'll read them in the comments below, and I will hopefully help you guys out. But thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you have an idea that you guys want to see in another video, leave it also down in the comments below. I'm pretty good with that. I have a couple of ideas coming through, and yeah, we'll be getting those out pretty soon. Well, hopefully this was all helpful for you guys. And until next time, I will see you on the battlefield.